All right, so do not mind. The heat is on for the first time since the spring, and it's making some funky noises, so my bad. It is December 27th, and we are filming October. Jason is currently at Emerge with Cammie, so I am filming. Keep myself busy. Okie dokie. October 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got up early and I walked to work with Cammie. It's a little low. But this is the week that Cammie went into heat. But don't worry, she waited until the absolute perfect time. Thanksgiving! Always a journey. So Cammie came to work with me, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I was like, something doesn't seem right, but it's just me because I haven't filmed in like 6 weeks. Jason got the sniffles this day, so he was immediately banished. And fun fact, he is sick at this moment, so R.I.P. Jason. He's feeling much better, but he did miss Christmas, so that sucks for him. And it's like 9:30 at night, and I'm still not hungry. But I know I need to eat, especially if I am going to run tomorrow. I don't even know how far I have to run tomorrow. Training has not officially started, so it shouldn't be far. Okie dokie. Now my chair is squeaking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I was a tired AF this day. I did go for my run. I got coffee and I went to go get an x-ray of my ankle. I think this was just to prove that there were no broken bones. I think this was in advance of going to the sport med. Yeah. I think they just wanted a more recent radiology report. So I got sent for that before they would book my appointment. I've not been super thrilled with the communications out of this sportsman clinic, but you know what? We've made it this far. So yes, I went to go do that. Love just the endless trips to the blood lab and radiology clinics. I am still awaiting an MRI. I also still haven't moved my requisition to something other than VGH, because VGH is the most popular hospital in the city of Vancouver. It will soon be overtaken by St. Paul's once the new hospital is up and running. The replacement St. Paul's Hospital. That will then be, I think, will ultimately wind up being the biggest as VGH starts to do its improvements and additions. But look at me getting my workout done, even though I gotta go get another freaking scan on my ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okie dokie. So Jason was sick, so I walked Cammie. So she came to work with me, and she had zoomies downstairs, as one does. It's not going to be less crooked. There we go. Because I love when you turn your heat on for the first time in the season and it starts making all sorts of funky noises. It's even more hilarious when this happened right after Jason left with Cammie to go to the emergency vet, which we think generally she is okay. Pretty certain her insurance company is really going to start to hate us. But she no longer can put weight on her rear right leg, which is a concern. It's not even the one that she has a luxating patella in. I started to film and now my nose is running. It never freaking fails. So anyways, I walked Cammie to work this day. Wait, is this the day that I walked her home and it was hella not good? Yep. She was not listening. But we had no choice but to walk home. I was not paying for an Uber. I still have not updated my Evo membership, which I should do. And Jason was homesick, so he couldn't come and pick us up after work. You want to come to GS? Sometimes you're just gonna have to walk to and from work, because transit is a son of a bitch. And then we had dumplings for dinner this night. So good. Okie Thursday, went for a run. Nausea and cramps hella back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had a project tour this day. So Jason came, he went back to work and he came and dropped off the car because I needed to get to Burnaby. I don't think I'm going to like how this is going to wind up lining up. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. So anyway, the project tour was in Burnaby. So like less than ideal since we work in Vancouver on the west side. So it took us about 45 minutes to get there. Only because we're now like following the outflow of traffic from the city out to the suburbs. But we made it. Were we a little bit late? Yes, we were. But I drove and Ryan drove. And then one of the drafters drove, I think. Howard drove himself. And then somebody else drove themselves. Oh, Nash. Nash drove himself because he lives out that way. So I think he was. Did he work from home that day? I think he was working from home that day. Okay, all of these still crooked, but who the frick cares? A little run workout. I actually should remember to make an appointment with my NP because I should get this little mole checked. My dad does in fact have some confirmed skin cancer, so he underwent surgery to get that taken care of. And I already knew that I had to keep an eye on this mole. I've had it for a long, long time, and I don't think it has grown. But probably best to get another just general measurement and make sure that everything is A-okay. We can't ever be too cautious. Be careful with your skin, kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As somebody who is clearly very fair-skinned and freckly, you can definitely tell my family comes from the United Kingdom, aka Scotland. It is imperative to wear sunscreen. Don't be a dumbass. Unless you want skin cancer, in which case, by all means, wreck your skin. But that, ill-advised. That's not a smart decision. And always keep an eye on your body. If something looks weird, call your GP, your NP, dermatologist if you have one. I don't know. So this day I got ready for work, coffee, the YouTube, and this was just a whole ass afternoon of a series of unfortunate events. It was just a very bad day. I came home, I just ignored the world. Jason did make ramen, so I did come out of my hole to eat. But other than that, I stayed in the room and I read. What was I reading? You can't see that. What was I reading at this point? Pachinko. Pretty certain I had just started Pachinko. So yes, me running errands at a No Frills, which is like my least favorite grocery store on the planet. It just did not. It did this. All very bad. Very, very bad. Okay, Saturday we got up. We went to the vet because Cammie had her year checkup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where the vet did confirm Cammie was close to being in heat. So we preemptively booked her pre-op and her spay, which they don't normally let you do, but I'm like, I'm not waiting until she's in heat. Joke's on me. And then trying to get everything arranged before the holiday, so they just kind of let it go. So they said, sure, let's preemptively book it based on if she went into heat next week. So that's what we did. Joke's on us, she went into heat the next morning. I went for a run this day after the vet appointment. I just went straight. Jason took Cammie for a walk, and I went for a run. And then we got coffee. There was a Canucks game this night, which fuck the Canucks. Now we want them to tank, and now they don't seem to want to do that. So being a Vancouver sports fan is not for the weak. I figured the credit card was the appropriate thing to use for vet appointment. A little shoe for my run. Let's cut it. I have a turkey bun to go make after this because I know I need to eat. And I think I'm just not going to set an alarm for run club tomorrow. I'm just going to wake up when I wake up and go. Ooh, I should see if it's snowing yet. They're threatening snow. It's not going to happen. It is 1 degree outside, but conditions at the water literally have to be perfect. Yeah, it's 1. Feels like -2. I think it's 2. You're going to take it out of the... It's in the forecast overnight. Where's the hourly? They took it out of the hourly forecast. So if I go for a run at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I may or may not see snow. I will not see snow. That's just, like, literally conditions have to be perfect at sea level for it to snow. So everyone always gets super excited, and it rarely snows. The Caps played this night. Did we win? Yep. Of course we did. This was not decision day, though. This was 2 weeks. So Laurel and Domi were not yet aboard the Vancouver bandwagon, but that's fine. They made it. That's all that matters. I would try and convince Laurel to become a Vancouver Canucks fan, but I think her husband said no more sports. And also, I don't want to make her cheer for a team that literally makes me want to pull my hair out of my head every week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we slept in because I went for my run the day before. And we noticed Cammie went into heat. So then we scrambled because it was Thanksgiving and we have a puppy there. And he's not neutered, and we didn't need Cammie and Tilly getting into one another, so we're just trying to figure all of that out. But we made it work. Cammie's a late flower. So we picked up Brett because my sister was at work. And then we dropped him off because he was calling a UFV women's soccer game. Poor guy. So then me, Jason, Cammie went and walked around Mill Lake. did a couple of loops. And then a funny story. So we got to my aunt's house and it was Thanksgiving. And at some point, not long after, I should have written down. My cousin Amy changed her shirt, and I was like, or not changed her shirt, but put on a sweater. I was like, that's interesting. So I just let it go. I was like, do. I like playing dumb. It's actually highly entertaining. So she was given a sweater by her sister that said, "In my auntie era," and I was like, fuck yeah. So Alicia wasn't there, so by deduction, that would leave Megan. I didn't say a word. I kept seeing funny little looks from Amy because I could see her sweater. Not saying anything. Not saying anything at all. So eventually, Adam, I think it was Adam, sent a sonogram in the family group chat. We're literally all sitting there, okay? And all of a sudden, so I already knew when Adam sent that. I was like, yep. Suspicions confirmed. And then Jason did like 14 double takes back and forth. And I was like, okay. So then the congratulations went around. And my grandma still had no idea what was going on. Bless her heart. And eventually we like clued her in because we pointed at Amy's hoodie. It had like a little patch on the front that said "In my auntie era," and then in big letters on the back it said "In my auntie era." Like, you honestly can't. It can't be missed. Well, that's not. Clearly, that's been proven incorrect because you can. So, anyways, my cousin Megan is pregnant. She is due in May. Right after my half marathon, so I really need her and the baby to just fucking chill out until my race is over, and then I'm at their beck and call. It was hilarious. My grandma really thought she was never going to get any great grandchildren. Yeah, or if you ask the right people. Anyway. There is the spread all filled out. It's hella cute. I'm so glad I finally used this kit. I'm really mad that when I put the sticker down, this came off and adhered to it. But whatever, we're just calling it abstract art. And then I had no other extra boxes. So I'm just going to put in different true crime, either episodes from like my favorite shows or my favorite books. I haven't quite decided. But I'm going to put my maybe 2 TV shows and 2 books. TBD. But it's December. I'll get around to filling this out sometime in January would be my guess. I'm gonna maybe need to get another one of these kits from Lynn. But I will, that's a problem for January Ashley. Or maybe an Ashley that feels like shopping. Anyway, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!